late 1780s, an article appeared on the second page of a New York newspaper that reported a strange, seemingly supernatural knocking that was occurring in a cellar in the isolated town of New Hackinsack, New York. On Saturday, March 14, 1789, the New York Daily Gazette printed an article from an unnamed contributor titled "The Moderator, Number 13, which explored the events in detail. The knockings were allegedly occurring in a cellar in the town of New Hackinsack, where, by the time the paper went to press, paranoia was spreading. The Daily Gazette reported that a mysterious knocking had been frequently heard by several under the feet of a young woman, presumably from the cellar below. The paper continued that a man and a girl with a lit candle ventured into the cellar, where the knocking was considerably louder, and, as they returned, the knocking was still more tremendous. At this point, the Gazette reported that some lumber which lay at the head of the staircase was also seen to shake considerably. Not content with this first experience, after a fortnight had elapsed, the visit was repeated when the knocking was louder than before, and at a third visit, the scene ensued which was truly terrifying. The paper recorded that chairs were perceived to move, a dinner table was thrown against the narrator, and a stand which supported a candle either flew or was cast into the lap of a woman. A local spectacle by the time the Daily Gazette was printed on March 14. Fears of the paranormal were growing in the small town, as various rumors appeared regarding the source of the knocking. The anonymous author reported that it wasn't yet clear whether the events had been caused by ghosts, wizards, or witches, or whether they portended private miseries or public calamities, but concluded nonetheless that it may justly be supposed that New Hackensack, in the opinion of many, will vie in reputation with the celebrated Endor of the biblical Old Testament. According to the Moderator, Number 13, the people of New Hackensack, and many more besides, were convinced that something supernatural was afoot in the cellar. The anonymous author, however, was not one. Almost 100 years after the Salem witch trials, the Moderator criticized those that still believed in ghosts, wizards, and witches, arguing that rational society had moved on. Still, the author concluded, if foreigners should smile at the simplicity of our friends at New Hackensack, they may be told that two of the most celebrated nations in Europe were panic-struck not many years ago, the one by a fabulous Cock Lane ghost, the other by miracles said to have been wrought at the tomb of St. Paris. As far as the author of The Moderator was concerned, the knocking heard in the cellar was nothing more than a knocking, and the sensation it caused nothing more than a panic. Despite the Moderator's efforts, however, it seems many continued to believe that an ominous presence remained in the tiny town of New Hackensack, New York.